Hey, what's going on, guys? Markins here, and today I'm gonna be talking to you guys about the honest truth about motivation, the brutal lie of motivation. If you're somebody that feels like you're never motivated to do stuff, or you're just struggling with being motivated to get things done, and I know personally I've been there. I get there sometimes often where I might feel super motivated to do something one day, and the next day that motivation is just gone. Heck, just 2 weeks ago, I was feeling like I could run through a brick wall, and I was waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and it was coming easy for me. Like, it wasn't even hard. Like, I was in tune, in line with my goals and what I want to achieve. And literally, I could just felt like I could just do anything. So if you're somebody who, one moment you feel super motivated, and then the next you feel like all the motivation is gone and it's hard to get anything done, then trust me, you want to watch this video to the end, right? Because I'm going to help you overcome that and realize the lie of motivation in itself. So first, we're going to start off with the reality check. And the honest truth is that motivation is a lying piece of poop. I have poop right here, right? Because honestly, motivation is nothing more than just a lie. You cannot, if you want to achieve big things, at least I know personally, if you want to achieve big things, you cannot rely on motivation to achieve big things, because motivation is just a feeling. And motivation never lasts. One day you're gonna feel super motivated, the next the motivation is gonna be gone. And when the motivation is gone, you still got to get done what you need to get done, right? So I'm gonna give you an example. I built a six-figure business in 2023 on Instagram. It's not my first online business I built six figures on. I've actually built six-figure businesses in the past, right? But I was at a job. Long story short, 21 years old. I started 20 years old, and by 21 years old, I had built a six-figure business doing affiliate marketing and Facebook ads. Long story short, self-taught, didn't have mentors and things like that at that time, like personal mentors. And, I ended up losing a lot of money that I made, just being young, getting a lot of money at a young age. I didn't grow up rich, right? And what happened is that when I built my six-figure business in 2023, motivation was not what I relied on to get that done. Honestly, there's a lot of days where I was building that business and I felt like crap, right? I felt like nothing was working. I felt like I didn't want to wake up in the morning, right? And what I had to rely back on was not motivation. What I had to rely back on was discipline, focus, and commitment. And most people who ever create anything big, at least me, I know personally, whenever I've been able to accomplish anything big and great in my life, it's because I've been disciplined, focused, and committed to my goal. Like, I was relentless. I was like, I'm going to reach this goal, which at the time was I was working a job. And personally, one of the things that was motivating me is that I hated working. Like, me personally, I just, like, something internally with me is I just can't see myself working 40 hours a week for 40 years of my life. And if you're a person that enjoys doing that, there's nothing wrong with that. My wife is like that, right? And there's nothing wrong with somebody that likes to work a 9 to 5, right? We're all different people. But me personally, I'm just wired to be an entrepreneur. So if you're wired to be an entrepreneur, you might feel this way. But what happened was, when I built my six-figure business in 2023, what happened was I was working a job as a media buyer. I was running ads for a company, and I was able to do that because I had experience running ads. That's how I actually got the job. And, I got myself in a hole from bad decisions. Long story short, about 6 months into that job, I started really feeling down. I really wasn't enjoying having to be away from my family for so long. And also just going to the office where it's like the workload I was doing was probably 2 hours a day worth of work. And I'd still I get my work done in 2 hours. I still be at the office for 8 hours, right? And I felt like I was just losing out on time of my life that I wasn't getting back. Like 6 hours of my life just gone that I was not going to get back. And then also the pay just wasn't rewarding, right? Whereas if you're used to being an entrepreneur, you can get paid as much as you want, depending on how much hard you work. Whereas the job, you're kind of capped. So that kind of was where I was at. I remember even having discussions with my wife where I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't know how you do this. I can't do this for the next 20, 30 years of my life. So, decided to build the business. But the thing that really pushed me was the discipline and commitment, because I was like, hey, me internally, I was like, I do not want to do this. So the pain of working the job was worse than the pain that I had to go through to get to the six-figure business online. So I'm telling you right now, you have to be willing to discipline yourself and commit yourself to your goal. Motivation is not going to get you to where you want to go, because motivation is fleeting, right? But discipline is what gets you to where you want to go, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is what pushes you to do the things you don't want to do on the days when you don't feel like it, when it's painful, when you're not in the mood, right? So the next thing is you never feel ready. Okay, this is a thing that a lot of people have where they're like, I'm going to do this thing, I'm going to do this big thing, but you're waiting for this feeling of when you're ready to do it. So you push it off. You're like, I'll start it next week. I'll start it tomorrow. Or you might write down January 1st, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to get in crazy good shape, right? You're waiting for that perfect moment to come. And that's a complete lie because you're never going to feel ready. The circumstances are never going to be ready, right? You're never going to have enough money. You're never going to have enough time. It's never going to be the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. So you have to stop looking for that feeling of feeling ready to do something. When you want to do something, start now. The best time to start was yesterday, but now you have now, so start now. Like, God isn't going to open up the heavens and be like, Joseph, it's time for you to start your journey and go do the vision that you have to go do. Like, you have to actually make that decision now to go do it. Just force yourself now and go and do it, right? So the next thing is, your brain is designed to keep you comfortable. I have a lot of students, because I'm a marketing coach, right? I'm an online coach, mentor. I have a lot of students. And one thing I always tell them is that the main goal of your brain is to keep you comfortable and to have you reproduce. That's all your brain is really wired for, to the core of it. So it doesn't care about your dreams. It doesn't care about your big goals that you have. At the end of the day, all it worries about is that, are you alive? Are you comfortable? And are you reproducing? Which is why we have the urge to, right? So that's the whole design of your brain. So your brain is designed literally to go against your goals, because your goals are going to make you uncomfortable. And when they make you uncomfortable, your brain's going to start saying those sweet melodies to you, like, you can go and do it tomorrow, or just wait off, do it tomorrow, right? Or it's okay, you do it next year, or the next year, or the year after that, right? And you have to come against that feeling of comfort. Whenever you feel comfortable, know that's your brain keeping you in your comfort zone, stopping you from achieving your goals. Go and do the things that make you feel uncomfortable. Whenever I've achieved anything great, it's been for me literally going towards the things that make me uncomfortable, the things I'm uncertain about, the things that make me afraid, right? So when I first started my online digital marketing online, I remember I was advertising a product. I sucked at it, as anyone does when you first start, right? I was advertising a product online, and I was choosing to do it on my personal Facebook. This is back in 2012, summer 2012 or 13, one of them, right? And what happened was, I was marketing this product, and I go to post about it on social media, and I'm like, I'm not a real people person like that. I'm more to myself, or I was at that time way more. I wasn't like, I wouldn't be a person that was on camera talking right now, right? And what happened was, I went to go and make a post about my product. And when I was about to go post it, I remember like all the feelings just rushing in, all of the fear, right? About everything's going to go wrong. I remember I started sweating. My heart started racing crazy. Like, I was so nervous to make this post because it was completely out of my comfort zone. My comfort zone was not posting things that people would see or things like that, right? Like, not posting or trying to sell something, right? That was out of my comfort zone. So when I went to go do it, my brain automatically react like, hey, what are you doing, buddy? Like, hey, that's a little dangerous you're doing right there. Kind of get out of the comfort zone. Come back over here where it's comfortable. And I had to make a decision in that moment to either go back to the comfort and stay where I was at, or step outside of my comfort zone so I could get to where I want it to be. Because everything you want is going to be outside of your comfort zone, right? The life that you want, the body you want, the relationship you want is going to be found outside of your comfort zone. Because the things you're comfortable doing is why you're at where you're at in your life right now. And if you want something different, you got to be able to step outside of that to create something that you don't have, right? So remember that your brain is designed to keep you comfortable. Tomorrow is a scam. Like I was talking about, tomorrow is a scam. Tomorrow does not exist. It never comes, right? Tomorrow is always tomorrow. That's why we live in today. So you have to, if ever you're putting something off for tomorrow, just know that you're just making the path to your success longer. Because the only thing that's separating you from where you want to be and your goals is literally just time, right? And people who are highly successful, they act on things quickly. I've mentored over 200 students online, and the ones that have the most success are the ones that go out there, the one that get something, and they're acting immediately. They're not waiting to they purchase the mentorship and they're acting same day, right? And they're getting things done like this quickly. I've had students where they purchase something and literally they go out there and in like 2-3 weeks, they don't even talk to me and they're like generating income. And I'm like, wow, blown away. Then there's other people who like a month later and they haven't even finished the first video, right? So it's like they haven't even implemented one thing. And it's because they're stuck in this I'll do it tomorrow phase where they're watching TV. They're thinking they can have their cake and eat it too, where they can watch TV and waste time and then still get to where the person that's farther ahead is going to be. And no, success loves speed. So don't fall into the trap of tomorrow. Do what you can do today and don't put it off. If there's no reason for you to put it off, if you're not going to die, then why not just do it now? Right? And here's the 5 things you can start to do to overcome the lie of motivation, right? The lie that you think you need motivation. This is the system that actually works, that's going to help you. These are practical things that you can actually start doing right now that's going to help you start accomplishing the things that you need to do on a daily basis to create the big success that you want. Because success is not just this one-off thing. There is no such thing as overnight success. What you have is daily actions that you're committed to that then brings about a big result, right? Just think about a house. A house is built one plywood at a time. But as they continue to put one plywood at a time over and over and over again, eventually you have a house. That's just how success is. It's the same exact way. It's daily steps on this. So the first thing I'm going to do is what's called the 5-second rule. See things that need doing. So if you need to do something right now, go and do it now, like I was saying. Don't wait till tomorrow, right? So you're going to see things that you need to do right now. You're going to count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to move your body, and that's it. No thinking aloud, right? So if you know you need to do something, count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move your body and go and get it done. Let me give you an example. Waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I religiously do that because I just get so much more time in the day to get things done. When the morning time comes, let me tell you, the days that I failed, because I don't want to do this every single day. There's some days I fail. I'm human, right? The days that I fail at getting out of the bed are the days that I sit down and I think about it. And then what happens is my brain goes into work, my subconscious mind goes into work, right? Because all it cares about is keeping me comfortable, and it starts to say, just stay in there another hour or you'll be able to still get your work done. And it starts giving you all these sweet melodies that get you to go back in the comfort zone so that you don't do what you need to do. Because remember, all it wants to do is keep you comfortable. But when we do this right here, we just force ourselves to get it done. We don't let our brains have even the opportunity to talk us out of it and push us into the tomorrow place, right? We don't even give our brain the opportunity to do that. Like days I'm the most successful getting up 4 o'clock in the morning. So days I open my eyes and I'm just like, I throw myself out of bed. And I just go do what I got to do. Because if I sit there and think about it, I'm giving my brain the opportunity to sabotage me, right? And you probably had it happen to you too, where you know you're supposed to do something, and the more you think about it, right, you start getting all these different ideas of why you shouldn't do it, right? Or you comfort yourself about all the reasons why you can do it tomorrow or next week, or why it doesn't have to be done now. And I'm telling you, all you're doing is self-sabotaging yourself, because that's literally your ego, your subconscious mind feeding you what it wants to feed you to get you to stay comfortable. And it's going to cost you in the long run, right? So it's better to get done today what you get done today. If you can get it done today, just get it done today, right? Sacrifice the things that you don't need, like television, right? Going out, drinking, whatever it is, you know, the things that are self-sabotaging. If it's not adding to your life, you need to do it today. Remove those things and get done the things you need to do today, right? Go learn the marketing skill you need to learn today, right? Go make that website. Go watch that video, right? Go buy that program that you need to go buy, right? Don't put it off. Do what you can do today and act on it, all right? So here's the next thing. The do one method. So here's a great one right here that usually helps me out a lot. So let me give you an example. So here's some examples. Just do one push-up. Just do one video. Just do one post. The rest will automatically follow. So one thing I do is like, I love going to the gym. And when I'm in a good mood, when I'm in a good rhythm, I'm in a good rhythm, right? Sometimes when I go to the gym, what I do is when lifting weights, I usually try to lift until failure. And what happens is in your brain, you might think you get to your limit and you're done. But what happens is if you just say, let me do one more, I get to a point where I'm at the point of failure. I'm like, let me just try to do one more. When I feel like my brain is telling me to stop, I'm like, let me just try to do one more. And I can actually do one more. Boom. I get one more. Let's say I'm doing bench presses, right? And I'm like, after I do that one, I'm like, oh, I feel like it's still another. I'm like, let me do one more. Boom. Then I'm like, let me do one more. Boom. And you know what happens? I end up doing like 5 to 10 more reps than I thought I actually could do. Because I'm like, let me just do the one. And the other way it works is, let's say you don't feel like going to the gym. You just go there and I'm like, let me just do one workout. And then you just start with the one. And what happens is as you do the one and then you do the second one and you keep going, what you're going to start to feel is that you start to feel more motivated. It starts to follow automatically. The rest follows automatically, right? It just like, it naturally starts to happen. Because what happens is, what is it? I think it's the law of, I can't remember. I think it's the law of motion, something like that. It's harder to get something to move that's not moving as opposed to, it's way easier to get something to move that's already been moving, right? I don't know what the law is exactly. I'm not scientist or whatever it is or the things is, but it's easier to keep something in motion that's already in motion as opposed to something that's not in motion. So if you already start getting in motion, actually start doing things, it's easier to then continue on that momentum once you start. So whatever it is that you're delaying, just go and do it. For example, me, I know for the longest time that I've had to record videos, right? And I hated recording videos like this. And I was like, you know what? Let me just go and actually do it. And because I started the one, now it's in motion. I'm getting momentum. I'm getting better. It's easier to then produce and continue on the ride of that momentum because I started, I did the one. Or even going to the gym, for example. You don't feel like going to the gym. You go to the gym the first day and then you go the second day. And then 2 weeks in, you start to build momentum. You start to feel more the motivation actually starts to come even more. And then by a month, 3 months in, you have a habit built. And now you're so much in motion, it's hard for you to even stop. Then you go for a year, 3 years, and that's how it happens. So start with the one. Do one, continue, right? Start off with just the first thing and just do it. And then do the next thing. And then before you know it, you'll be a machine. It's like it's hard for you to stop because you started with the one. Okay. So here's the truth. Action comes first, feelings come second, and motivation is a result, not the cause. Right? So it is very rare that somebody starts something because they feel motivated. Like motivation usually is not going to be the thing that's going to keep you going. It's usually not going to get the thing that gets you going, right? Because usually when you feel motivated about something and then you go sit down, the motivation is gone. Now you even forgot about the whole thing. So what comes first is going to be the action, right? Once you put the action behind something, even like going to the gym, like I said, you don't feel like going to the gym, but you know you need to. You start going to the gym, you take that action, a month later, 2 months later, you now have full momentum. Now the feelings start to come behind it because you've been taking the action. Now you actually desire to, you want to, right? Your brain is now in agreement with it because then it started to put it inside your, and that's the beauty about the comfort zone. You can actually change the comfort zone by taking action because things that are uncomfortable to you and anything new you do is going to feel uncomfortable at first, right? Anything new you do is going to most likely feel uncomfortable at first. But as you continue to do it, you start to become comfortable with it, and now it actually enters and is now part of your comfort zone. Right? So you're going to follow, the feeling is going to come after. Then motivation is the result of that. This is why when you do something brand new, for example, digital marketing online, starting online business, when I first started at it, I sucked at it. My brain hurt trying to learn new things, but I knew I wanted to do it. And what happened was over time, over the years of doing it year after year, it became a passion for me. Now the motivation is there. Now I enjoy marketing. I enjoy sales. I enjoy building funnels. Because I've been doing it for so many years, I've learned so much, it's become a passion for me, right? And that's because I first started the action, right? The feelings came afterward, and motivation is the result. And now I'm motivated to do it. Motivation is not the cause. Motivation is the result of me doing something. So if you want to get anything great done, you have to first do it. And once you start to get good at it, you're going to start feeling the motivation. You're going to start feeling excited to do it because you're going to become an expert at it, right? So your feelings lie to you. Your feelings are always going to lie to you. You cannot be moved by your feelings. You got to be moved by discipline, commitment, and focus. Imagine if the world was moved on feelings, right? Imagine if somebody was building a house on feelings. I can guarantee you the person that built this house or any house, they weren't motivated and they weren't feeling every single day to get up and go and do it, right? But they knew the house had to be built. They had a job to do it and they got it done. Imagine if you lived your life based off of your feelings. I'm pretty sure there's many days you go to work, you don't want to go to work. Or if you're an entrepreneur, there's many days you don't want to do things in your business. And if you put those things off, you know it's going to cost you in the long run. So you can't be run by your feelings. Feelings there are lies, right? Being given to you by your brain most of the time to keep you in your comfort zone. And when you know you got to get something great done, you have to be willing to step outside of your feelings and just be like committed to the goal at hand, right? So this is things you have to stop doing. Stop waiting for the perfect time. There's never going to be a perfect time. It's never going to come. The perfect time is now. So just go and do it now, right? Stop making vision boards. You don't need a vision board to go get done. Now, of course, you have to have a goal in mind. Write it down on paper, but stop just looking at your vision board and just staring at it and think like this. And that's why I hate the, what's that book? The Secret, right? Where they just like, they want you to just like pretty much mentally masturbate about something, where they just want you to just, think about something for 30 days and just focus on it, and eventually it's going to come to you. Like, no. Yes, you have to have a vision in mind about something, but you actually have to take actions for it to happen, right? You bring your visions into reality by actually taking actions to make it come forth. Like if I want 6-pack abs, I'm not going to just focus on six-pack abs, I don't get six-pack abs. I don't actually got to go do workouts. I got to eat and take actions to actually produce that result, right? So just commit to doing it. That's all it takes. Just commit now to getting it done. Whenever I've got anything great done, it's been for me just committing to get it done now. And if you're struggling right now, use these tactics, like I just said. Use these tactics right here. And I've actually, if you want me, I'm going to put this on a doc for you guys. You want me to send you this over, this doc right here with the systems at work, with a worksheet that can help you guys out. So I just wanted to show you guys real quick. Here's the actual worksheet to help you stop procrastinating and stop waiting so you actually get done what you want to get done. It has 5 sections to it, as you can see right here, right? It has practical, actionable steps for you to actually identify areas in your life. I'm telling you, one of the easiest ways to get things done, or to actually start getting things done, is to actually get it written down and know exactly what you need to do. This is going to be like your action plan to help you actually, first of all, identify the areas in your life where you are holding off or waiting for motivation or procrastinating on, so you can actually identify those areas. And then just start putting into action the things that I told you about, like the 5-second rule, right? The do's, the do method, even a documentary trick as well. Some extra stuff in here, some extra nuggets for you guys, just so you can actually take action on this stuff. And the point of this is just not to just get the doc, but to actually do the doc and follow on it. Because like I said in the video, action is actually what brings about results, not just getting information for information's sake. You actually got to take action on things for things to be produced. But if you want me to send you over this doc, like I said, comment "I want it" below, and I'll drop it below. I'll send it over to you. Comment "I want it" below. I'll send you over the sheet to kind of help you to just get yourself into flow so that you can actually get things in that you want to get done and stop relying on the live motivation. So I hope this helps you guys out, right? I love putting this content out. I put out content for people who want to better themselves and entrepreneurs. So if you enjoy this, go ahead and comment below. Let me know if this helped you guys out. If you have any questions, put it below. Like the video if you like it, dislike if you dislike it. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with. And I try to drop a video every single day for you guys. Subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.